Please welcome Ben Hart to stage. 311 games between 91 and 2006, the first Crow to play 300 games, All-Australian 92, 3, 9 and 02, AFL Rookie of the Year 92, Premiership player 97 and 8, Club Champion 99 and 02, Life Member of the Club 02, Pre-Season Premiership player 03, Assistant Coach 08 to 2001. Ben Hart, ladies and gentlemen. Well done.
I've got my 3 kids here tonight. I told you, didn't I? Told you, Brady, hey. That's all the videos I've been showing them as well, but that's okay. Look, first of all, there's going to be people I forget, so I apologise before we get started, but I'm going to start with one person who's been there. I was at the footy club, the Adelaide Footy Club, for over 20 years, which at the time I left was half of my life, and there was one person who was there with me through thick and thin from day dot, when we were both at the school, until the end of it, and she still now is the mother of my children, is Naomi. I thank you very much for everything you've done for me. To the fans, I'm going to go to the fans first. Everyone who supported the Adelaide Footy Club from its inception is they're great people, they're great fans, and there's none better around the league than the Adelaide Footy Club fans. So for everyone who supports the club now, back then when we first started, I'd like to thank you, because without the fans, clearly none of this would happen, so I appreciate that, thank you. Another one I want to, please, fans. And last in that era is the Toyota. I'd love to thank Toyota for everything that they did, and they're still doing for the Adelaide Footy Club. To have such a stable base behind you as a player, knowing that there's a sponsor who's going to help out, and probably because they pay you as well, which helps. But to Toyota for all their service to the Adelaide Footy Club, we appreciate it, and I thank you very much. Really fitting that Bill and Bob were both up here. I know there's no order, but to Bill and Bob, first guys to get inducted, it's fantastic, because without you guys we wouldn't have an Adelaide Footy Club. I know there's others behind it, but I appreciate everything you did for me as a young kid. I mentioned 20 years at the one footy club, or over 20 years. They were my second family. I came down as a 16-year-old, and I had my family at home, and I moved out pretty early in my life. But to have a second family led by Bill and Bob, plus the coaches that I had, plus my teammates, which are all like brothers to me at a young age, who taught me a lot about the game of footy and the game of life. But I'm so humbled, one, to be inducted, but two, to be inducted with 2 great legends of our footy club. So to Bill and Bob, well done. So I mentioned that, so for 20 years, but when I first got down there, I was a kid. I was 16 years of age. I'd had some interest from footy clubs in Victoria when I was little, but as soon as I heard that the Adelaide Footy Club were coming into the AFL, that's the only place I ever wanted to be. There was talk over my journey about going other places or not signing, but I was keen to sign contracts as soon as I could, to stay as long as I could at the Adelaide Footy Club. They taught me a lot about life, about how you live it, about what you do on the field, what you do off the field, which is sometimes colourful, but back then. But I just learned, it was like being my family. It was a second family to me, and I regretted a debt of gratitude to the Adelaide Footy Club for allowing me to become the person that hopefully I am and continue to be by their influence at the start of it. They're a fantastic club, and I'm just so humbled that they've seen it right and to induct me tonight along with 8 other fabulous recipients. So I'm really humbled, and I thank the Adelaide Footy Club for what they've done for me. It's great to reconnect to the footy club. I've been away for 3 into my 4th year being away, but it is great to reconnect. Coaching takes you in many ways, and I'm now in Melbourne and at Collingwood, but I'll always be an Adelaide Football Club person and always be an Adelaide Football Club player because I love the place. I've spent a lot of my life here, and I'm looking forward to watching what happens in the future. I keep an eye, except when you play really well against us, like the other week, but that happens. But I keep a close eye, and I watch a lot of players that are that I played with and are still going, and the new generation coming through, and they hold a dear place in my heart. So on that, I just want to say good luck to the Adelaide Footy Club in the future and going forward. But I also want to acknowledge just a couple of guys from my past when I first started down there, and Chris McDermott, Tony McGuinness, Andrew Jarman, and one who doesn't get the accolades he deserves, but Scott Lee. They were a mixture of big brothers and father figures to me when I got down there, and I knew that if I gave them the footy, that they'd always give it back to me. So that's a good thing, and they looked after me that way. But they certainly looked after me in a lot of areas of my life that they probably don't get the recognition for. But I'd like to thank them now for that. Again, thank you to the Adelaide Footy Club. I'm very humbled, and I can't wait to see who else gets involved. So thank you very much.